Ooh, hello, good morning. When I'm recording this, it's a beautiful, quiet Sunday morning. And whenever you're watching it, I hope you are feeling some positivity, some connection, some faith in your life's path. Oh, as I've been mentioning, we are coming toward the end of this year-long sadhana, a continuous, dedicated exploration to deepen one's knowledge, not only the theoretical knowledge, but the experiential knowledge. And it's said that the culmination of the knowledge a human can have, the understanding, the achievement is like the pinnacle, the ultimate goal of being embodied in this form. And some traditions will call that enlightenment. Some will call it samadhi, and some will call it nirvana, and some will call, there's many names for it. But the idea, and sometimes the goal of people on spiritual path, is to reach this full blossoming of the self. But what happens after that? If you do reach it, what happens? Do you just go, and I'm done, and you leave the body? Or do you just go, I've done it, and now the world will cater to my needs, or things will magically happen? Or, I'm bringing this up in case through this year-long program, I or you achieve this state. What do we do next? Well, according to many great spiritual seekers, you live, but your life is transformed. And as we look at the Bhagavad Gita, especially through the Song of Your Soul book's lens, the idea that the divine is within you, it's a dialogue in the Bhagavad Gita of Arjun, his perceived self, his limited self, connecting to and talking to his inner core being and becoming best friends with that. So his inner core being is just what it is. And the name given for that is Krishna. This inner core knows what it is, what to do. But does that mean the inner core just suddenly goes, I'm disconnecting from everything and I'm going to end this play of Maya and it's all going away? No, Arjun still has real world situations to deal with. One of the examples we can get from Krishna, whether you choose to think of him as an inner soul, as an outer being, as a historical figure, is that this is a being of great power that can do pretty much anything. And what does he do? He keeps coming back to help those for whom he cares. Arjun is Krishna's cousin in this world, his best friend in this world. Krishna appears to age just like Arjun and keeps him company at the various stages of life. And this is a tremendous example because it's said on the spiritual path, if we follow them, we get powers ourselves, siddhis, that we have experiences, we have abilities, and what will we do when we achieve them? Will we use them for our own selfish ends or to dissolve the world, or will we use it to help others, especially those we are embodied in close contact with in this life? I'm bringing this up because we've talked about chakras in the past couple days, and especially Mooladhara in relation with faith, experiential faith and trust. And it's said in the cosmology of the Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata, and other writings from this part of the world that life, our life, but also the life of the world, the universe, the cosmos, goes in cycles. And it starts with the golden age. And one of the hallmarks of the golden age is people tell the truth and nobody tries to cheat each other. There's this trust. And so in the past couple of days, we've been talking about, how do you develop this trust in yourself? Can you develop this trust in your inner self? And today, especially for those who are really looking to continue and to keep evolving on the path, I invite you to look at what you can do, especially if you are developing a level of trust, to help others find trust as well. So, for example, here's a simple example, but my partner and I were at a restaurant, Sage Karma Kitchen, get no money from them. And it was delicious. And we got the bill at the end. And I always look at the bill because that's just what I do. And I noticed a couple of things were missing. So, beckoned the server over and she's, what? And I said, there are a couple of things missing from the bill. And she looked, and she's like, you're right. Thank you so much for letting me know, because that would have affected her tip, her income. Somebody else would have noticed. She probably would have gotten yelled at. And it was just one of those things that, helping people feel like they can trust each other. That if we make a mistake, because spiritual achievement does not necessarily equate with perfection as we evaluate it. That is, in the ability not to make mistakes, because sometimes making mistakes is a way for others to help us and connect and find their own power. So, can we help others with that today? Can we not only think of ourselves in developing self-trust, but helping others develop that trust? And just think, what would happen if we created a society where everyone could trust each other? It doesn't mean we have to agree or be carbon copies, but we just trust each other. One of the things I like about this neighborhood is I've fallen asleep a few times with either the keys in the door or the doors open, and I wake up in the morning and I go, everything's still here and nobody bothers me. All my boxes are on the porch, no matter, if you leave them there a day, a couple days, overnight. It's a wonderful feeling. Can we help others realize that feeling and note what it does to us when we do so? All right. I'm trusting that I can get up after sitting on this cold piece of concrete. There we go. Let's do our balance pose and then our contemplation. Switch sides. Let's come back and have our contemplation. 5 minutes for reflection, perhaps on how we can help others really feel more trusting. See what comes up. Welcome back. Before I forget, today I'm dedicating the practice to the Doran family, and I will be there mourning with you today in your grief. May you not lose trust in the world. And I just want to show you something that caught my eye. It's the middle of November here in Cleveland, and my petunias are still making new flowers. What's up with that? Well, we'll continue to see how the rest of this year develops. Thank you for the plenty, Earth. Thank you for the beautiful day. And thank you for your presence. Until I get to see you again.